Assalamu alaikum badiwolo. Assalamu alaikum gamo be kontrom. Yo ngal bismillah na bi programme o fananto nka men samana jam wati ni wati. Programme mo ke jamfa yo bari nka kadale men nyalla ka kaja pour ngawol kaja. Hani sayin be mo be kontrom na kew men be jibero la sainte ngani men fana binala jibero la ba be kontrom na killing ba fulale ko welcome to this short discussion on kamen sambale na watu wati. Bine nada ka hakil bulando leke ningal hakilo bakanu ku siata diamo siata kangol lata molkan ku jamal fora karile fonko sign deputation agreement o sign karile sign honorable double sign kabrenga benu foreign affairs minister atele sign yo bari bi men ku mayata pour kananya kafo wolo nyinti deputation o jumal lelia sign Jumal lelia sign ngalon bi momo yalon ko ite hakilo be fato bala ite nyanna kalon ne jumale ya sign bawo député lo ba fale ko ya barka bake Sidia Jata ning député mo nyol ben yalon ko yenyi mo krumul muta ye sugu foy diamuta do wa fala karila yake nyine yake atele ya sign kabri ye kumandinu iba sign nante ma kalamta kabri ye kumandi iba sign nante ma kalamta nyelemu kuwoti me yalon kabe kering bari yalon Gambia ntolte karanna malo muntu malo mbenda hala kaje ko mu furumol yenanan yennene yenna kate yotam bulo kono manke fenti foka foko ibe katol nyen kam bulo kono adama fundita banda aya fonye manku mo nyinta ngake kuti me yalon ko to nya ku wolom nyuni ye deportation o sign ne ya sign ne jannin kate fayo besila kabrin campagne be ke ka wato menna jumalel ya sign signature fundita le mol men yalon ko tol be bala wala mu Dr. Aissatou Touré Tangara aning the interior minister wala mu nyenti ñun lel ye ñin signature ñinke mu na fanan nata nake ye Gambia immigration officer sol kile wolta dafa jamana ni Swiss fo wal ni wala mol sita ni ye agreement o beke bare kaberin ka mol sendi so kono a wato sita ikoye ko yebatum folo fo ni kase fe wotambita because be sularin karta wala Gambia bulula jamale bije minyalo bitiloto woli fanfa NPP ene ye molu neng NPP ye kuwol fo moluma NPP la kodo wol dingol lele be min ko nyin kono ani mo jamalu bawo iko jama damma mesiata mobile flat wala nyana kase more than 2000 people ni data Swiss fana iko wala fonsiata jamante so sa nyimbe kala no nyaadi la damage control iko ye wala ke bari mbedi amula molle min yalon ko ali alaji buseno aliyato kuya ali kamula kan alalla foroyata ali funti banta ali nyi kebata ali abolo sey al funti ali nyi kebata ali abolo sey ni wonten masibo be funti lal kan bawo nyi keba mo kamoto nyi amaka kuke bari ala fala aya saniyandi kotake ala fala ya saniyandi kotake funti tala mbengalon ne say men ya sign be video clean play la jangalon ko mo jama ya video jibele kabrin député ye suku kabrin député ye suku ye ko mol men fo nyoma ibe nyobilem kandamento mbe o video kala je falo ndafa ngam mute folo ali o video fanam fo jibe al balo nal ko alaji usenu mu alala moleti moti anondi lano bari al balo nal fana ko baro nala masakunda wallahi nyul man Gambia ge iman Gambia sula hani fenna iman Gambia hati hani fenna sa mbeni video play la aliya yin video nyin aliya la moy kuke aliya la moy député lu ye sindi damentu ye suku buwal be jaburta buwal be nyoto ko mandika wato men ali nyel la moy
Can we just, the next item has to do with this diaspora voting, which was registration and voting, which was scheduled by IEC at one time, everything was programmed, and all of a sudden it disappeared into thin air. But Honorable Minister, Honorable Vice President, there are 275,000 Gambians outside the country, and they have the right to vote in this country. That's what the law says. Because they are also contributing to this country. The amount of remittances that are coming from the diaspora is in billions every year. That alone qualifies them to become voters in this country, even to become representatives in this country. So this is what we want. And there is even a pending bill in the Ministry of Justice, which is about this, on this issue.
Yes.
I don't know whether you know about it.
Yes, just to come, just quickly, we are also taking note of that later in the road.
Okay.
Yeah, we are very pleased again to come again. This is, as you said, we are working as a tripartite. And it's about Gambia, it's about moving the Gambia forward. And whatever we are doing, ushering, maintaining and managing a democracy is based on rules and regulations. It's a rules-based relationship, particularly when it affects a country. Now, the issue of voting for diaspora, the political will is already expressed, and I believe you all are aware of that. That we have recognized that they have rights. That is the reason why we have the 8th region, which is represented here by the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the diaspora, and apparently efforts are being done, which you have rightly mentioned, about the processes and procedures. In a democracy, you can make a policy pronouncement, but it is going to be based on following rules and frameworks, laws that are going to create an enabling environment for that to happen. And I think you know it even better than me that that is already on your purview about that. We have agreed that the diaspora will be voting, and that we have to put the legal frameworks and the processes in place, which is going on. A lot of talk has been going on, but we must understand that we need to have that framework within the constitution that says they have the right to do, and this needs to happen, and that process is ongoing. Now, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is willing and committed to engaging all relevant stakeholders, particularly the Ministry of Justice, diaspora representatives, and Independent Electoral Commission to finding solutions to the hurdles impeding the operationalization of diaspora voting and representation. The Diaspora Directorate of MOFA had a series of engagements with relevant stakeholders since the first quarter of 2021. These included online meetings and consultations with representatives of diaspora associations, the IEC, and the Ministry of Justice. The Directorate also had engagements and consultations with MOFA's mission abroad in terms of their capacity in coordinating elections under their jurisdiction. With support from the Migration and Sustainable Development Project, MSDG, studies were carried out to confirm countries whose laws permit Gambians with dual citizenship to vote, countries with substantive Gambian population to qualify voting taking place in those jurisdictions. Polling stations have also been demarcated in identified cities as follows. In terms of representation, the diaspora constituency has been demarcated as follows based on population concentration. You have Africa, South and Eastern Europe, North and Western Europe, Americas and the Caribbean.
Mba pus la folo, mbe diamo dun la koto. Aliamo ile memfota nyinjoy moto. Aliamo ile memfota nyinjoy moto. Dibireli yeku mandi nyi watola. Watola mu ibe nyo sukusuka. Ibe diamo le beto nyafola. Yo sain aisatu ture la diamo alinga diam asetu ture la diamo nyi ngala moy. Adiamo nyi bandulato but nga fo woddo mandike. Adiamo nyi bandulato albalo nale kon kam mfonu. Ibe nyo bilem kandamento albamo dale ko manka foje. Ha aisatu ture be diam kandamento but nga post do mandike ali alla moy.
Things are moving, but people have to be patient, because when you say we are going to do this, you cannot do it without following the due process. And that's where we have the social media misrepresentation, you have disinformation, you have a lot of things being said, but it is obvious and very clear that the path that we are taking to empower the diaspora is a right, a fundamental right, and part of their civil liberties as enshrined in our constitution. To get engaged, and we are doing the right procedures for it to happen. So I would indulge your patience and all of us working diligently and effectively and efficiently in this process to make sure that the commitment that is made will be fulfilled and through the right procedure without leaving gaps and having to go back and forth, but for the due processes for it. happen. So we are on track, we are ready, and we will engage, and we cannot do it without you people. So I believe.
Mula nyinjo ngoto la Aissatou Touré be mu fo kan nyinjo ngoto al balona dam to ko mon ko nyul be mu fania fola lalti barona la nyen masakunda be mu criminal fania fola lalti Aissatou Touré ka dam to fo nanteng ake kalile ko itolu Gambia dingulu men yalon ke be bandala ye sulale kaje ko ye dadundi Gambia la ko kono bari albo fania lo na men na wala mun nyinkate fa yo nyen men tambita yalon ko Gambia dingulu men be banda e mo Gambia dingul lalti ning ayata nu ko to le Gambia dingul la ko soto so ndamo kono le mune ba sabula Gambia dingul te karto fayla nyinkate fa yo nyen men tambita killing ye Gambia dingul bali e ko Gambia dingul te karto fayla o mu ko kile neti o mu fania kile neti andu nyim fania stifa nyi ibele kafo sako fa ila wo sport passion o me yalon ka daka munta ko sula juo Aissatou Touré be nyim men fo kan nanteng fania lamu e malafi Gambia dingolu e dabula Gambia la politiko kono bawo Gambia dingol men be bande to liaje ko wol malafi tolla wol yaku wol ko wol sutele so melka neneno wol manke Gambia dingol men yalon ke be bandala fula njango ni Gambia dingol men be yalon ko be murundi kanno deputation o ketale 2018 2019 kadariya ya stop because muna kete feo kana sutiana saya fele kabrin kete feo banta ko nga fali nyame nin kete feo banta le kay binaji mulbe murundi la fele wala murundo be ke kanante ala na video la moy correct
diaspora voting, but they're saying that every
A lot of things have been done, history has been done already.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes, thank you very much, Chair. Honorable Vice President, thank you for the expressed goodwill of the executive with regards to this issue. But I just want to say that the constitution that we have, as it exists, provides for diaspora voting, but it's saying that every Gambian is entitled to be registered, either to vote, to vote or to offer, to register to vote, and also to offer himself or herself. But we understand the challenges of logistics, the modalities to develop, in terms of facilitating that. We understand that these are challenges and they need to be spelled out. But as you said, we are really looking forward to it, but it's a concern. They ought to be participating in the processes of this country, particularly elections. So we would also welcome, as we said, this new constitution the country deserves. We deserve a new constitution that is more comprehensive than the existing one. But I just wanted to say that the constitution as it is provides for diaspora voting. But those are the challenges that we would appreciate. Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. I think we can end this meeting now with a prayer and look forward to seeing you very soon. Thank you very much for your ministry. And we look forward to seeing you very soon. And this time you come be very confident.
yo saying aliya moyle ye nyinin kamen naja o fanan ye men jabe je yagale e kay ko Gambia dingol men yalon kay be bandala pour ka kadro fay ke dabula Gambia la kadre fay o kon aliya gele de ay ko be sone yandi de aman kuwo kutege me yalon ko aya ko woni jabu yandi le bari ñul masa kunda kilingol le lote jay ko diaspora te kadre fay la ngamra yo kalam tala ya nyinin ka constitution ko do nyum fanan na ko wala nyin draft constitution o nyi me yalon ko barona la masa kunda ya fay banda Aissatou Touré be mollel kono min yalon ko ibele lote kambende ko a constitution ni ma adambaro febo so e camera non ko ni ayata non ko yetol be do kula kew bi ni wol kana lo ka fanye ko mun ko amuya sulo lati yamira manke nye jakal koti ngine asabu Gambia dingolo mfuti tanan kanyi video nyi kasa manan jam nyi video nyi kuma ya bata ñin député carte fayo ñi men kana nan sinan Gambia nan ten ning allié carte o fay député wol ye Adam Barrow député wol men londi Gambia la constitution o be tinyala bawo ñin constitution ko ñi men nata itol sulata men nagi ba wala tala andu la député le ba face ala le ñin ye bondige ñin ye bondige constitution o ñi yeta jumale balon na foy be tam limit o fon accept la gel foy ta accept la gel jumale balon na fo diaspora voting abe kala gel fo ate kala gel woto akumata bakale pour nganke ku ñin député ka refayo ñi men kana député o député ya lon ko Adam Barrow ya londi ali nga kata tundu wo tundo ali ha député o boyde bar saying député sunu ñi fon la ko kon ali ngol fon la moy pour te fon ko maya bat
we can discuss at our level.
Yes.
But there is a need for the parliamentarians to know where the lapses are, and we can advise us on that. Okay. Yes. Because if this particular document is distributed and discussed, we will not have been in the problem of every day sitting down, the technical team coming up every day to the office of the Vice President to discuss on the repatriation.
If we had seen it.
I'm not disputing the fact that it could have been distributed. But why is it that it has never been discussed? And on almost every month or every 2 weeks, the task force is meeting.
Yeah, I make sure that
and
we are
Vice is chairing that task force.
Yes.
And this, with all the struggle that we are in respect of deportation, this matter was never discussed. And we all know, we are all aware that Germany is the one bringing the largest number. So why is it that it's not all our discussion is centered on Germany? So if this document was discussed, we would not have been in the situation that we are today.
The strategy is very clear. No. I'm not blaming anybody, but I want you to say, Mr. Chair, Honorable Chair, what I want to say here is that it is very clear that the problematic is on our side. I want to acknowledge that. The problematic is on our side, and we have to go and do our homework and make sure that we communicate.
Aliamo ile member foga ni jongo to sai. Aliamo ile member foga nje sai benyo blame kanne. Itele yake ite make interior minister ko vice president wala yake vice president ko atafana makalamta. Ibenyo blame kanje. Iko kuwoni akata nyame to be makalamta. Kuwoni kata nyame to be maka. Ala ngala mo hansai.
We come up with a clear plan of action. If you would agree with me, come up with a very clear plan of action on how to deal with this and start engagement through the relevant institutions. The Minister of Interior is responsible for deportees, but it cannot do anything if the Minister of Foreign Affairs does not communicate the information and act. So they have to work in synergy with all the other relevant institutions. So I am appealing. Now that this is clear, because I didn't tell them I have this. Yesterday, it was before closing time I got it. Because I don't face any panel without preparing myself. I don't do that. So I got it, and I got some more information. So all I want to say is, I am appealing.
Abe fania kenseng, akamen fonanteng abe fania kenseng. Ni ayata nunko Gambia masakunda ni yesu la ye fero soto le kaka menfo ko to le fero le de da fero mi alon ko e bawal kala nyim banko lo kam purito ni wali nyomoy ya long e be menkela membe kala Gambia di wala nafati sai ni ayata nunko nyim masakunda yewo fero na angani yoso Gambia di wali ne mune asabu nyim manke kabirin kari woro nyaaro kabirin sanji kili nyaato bawo nyin kaytol sayndale sanji kili sanji fula koma ibela ringe be batundrola mune asabu wo manke kabiru wo wato muna sabu amanke kabiru wa watu.
That this is today we are here, the ministers are here, it's a very rare occasion. We will go back. I will call immediately next week a national coordination mechanism meeting. And in that process, you will be invited in that meeting because we are trying to prepare the path of the migration compact, which will be presented in May. I want you to be there. So these are the issues that we are going to deal with. But to make it very clear that what the Minister of Foreign Affairs says in terms of dealing with other entities that are not within the that deals with nation states, it has to go through the right channel, and that was not also there, and we have to accept so that we understand how we engage bilaterally.
So mbadingolu atol ya moy nyola nga video men sama nanjante atol be mo bele ya moy nyola kew bele nga moy nyola kew ha bele nga moy nyola ni manke ko kumati ko kuma amanka wota ni mo fo jam fata nyola yo bari même ko woni fo be la bangoti wala mo nyinti nying deportation no mo ya lon ko kabring 2019 2020 2021 ibe honorable Ousainou Darboe talk ya kan iba nenkan ibe fani ya fala Gambia di wole WhatsApp on Facebook or you know in all the social media platforms ifana nyana kala multi me yalon ko yefuntina ya itende Gambia di wala ko monko ale alhako bondinge honorable Darboe ya bolo say bage to nya fala funtita man no ba fala nyi député le men yalon ko be je nyi committee nya ba fala ko ya baraka ba Ayagele Foreign Affairs Minister Makangoja matela part kamanaja bara fana Makangoja kumunga dabe jela men ya sign Aissatou Touré aliya moy ate dalale ate fana ma afenka e ko akede bulu mistake kolati say bi to kana plan ku dol deda pour be nyin molu Swiss ni Germany be wol injek la nyamen afana Makangoja Interior Minister afana Makangoja sign ngalo Gambia nyindia mo nyana kabanne jumale deportation no sign Jumale deportation no sign. But saying ko nyim fon be. Nyindi amo be. Abela kumaya nala nafa bebe munto to sign. Bawo député le nyindo ko ke pour ka je ko kanyinu kuma ndike sendi. Bari akoy ta tol be male clean. Député wo député yalon ko Adama Barrow la député wolo. Wolte sila yenyi manya ke nyi minister la nantem pour ka je ko ke kisi. Nyi kusi fami yalon ka be masakunda nondila. Nyi kukuru me yalon ko masakunda yake akoy tatol be mala ko momo yalon ko Adama Barrow la Brown M block député wala woti wolte sila kanyi kisi sifake kaje ko ye masakunda la pour yanyi yalanke yanyi banta ba sain député juma lel bo kenola député juma le ba kenola Gambia dingolo alalon député juma lel benyi sifake la no tirimbali ya membe kekan tolla Gambia Kuriya membe kekan na Gambia faniyal membe foka nye Gambia masakunda la kabona masakunda député juma lel bakela no kajeko ye Gambia di wol londino tonyala masakunda la faniya fo nyinto ye Gambia di wol londala nyene ya sabon abe kuma yala bake alenga katto fay député oliye député ol men yalon ko manke Adam Barrow la député wote ning malafi nyin deportation no nyin ay continue fujande ba fala ko 2026 woto Adama Barrow manya naka député soto Gambia banko kan Adama manya naka député soto men tambe da député lulo la Gambia banko kan ning aliya fay ning nga katota nga fay Adama Barrow la député oliye nyin sifa benyi banko nanteng nyin deportation on nanteng aning ku jamalu me yan ko tiñaro lel miti alon ko mbogo sifali jengen na Gambia la andum toñata bondile kono bawo député le men yalon ko wollel baate fasa kan wolta sonna Adama ngay boy fundi banta wolta sonna Adama la kuriya fundi banta wolta sonna Adama la minister kuriya fundi banta ali yagele membe ke kan ibe dingol lel takan ifangol bulu dingolu ibe wollel takan ke pousse NPP pour yelo député ya hino la NPP la député pala solto ali yagele brikam membe ge ni Aissatou Touré awulu dingo akana lo brikama pour ka député yalla ñini je atol ya mira Aissatou Touré awulu dengo ni wo basidi député bu ngokono ababa mala pour ya fundin la bang abama la fani ya fu akamin fonje misal fe aba fundin la yela bang Aissatou Touré wulu dengo aje ko abay ñin ko di kar la sunya Gambia ya mira abasila député bu ngokono aje ko awo ko ñin ay afasa nin luwa ko Aissatou Touré ñan nakata ay solo wallanto ay la palaso ñi bondi aliyamira belula aya ba mala wo kuriya nyin ay wo fasa ka je ko luwa men nyana kala kan ay laka abe sonna wala Adam Barrow barin ngo wol bebe o sifa la kono ina sabila NPP nyin kala bakata mo beje ko nyin tata annata membiye alinga kata nganna député lu fasa alinga UDP député lu fasa ni te UDP député fasa la no for one reason or the other alinga kata nga balance ke na parliament oto député lu fasa men yalon ko they are from the other political parties and you know that they are genuine alinga fasa bari man sakunda député o alinga nyaka si wala nimmal la fi na banko etinya ayitinya nyama nyami yalongo it is going to be very rapid alenga kata nga balance ke na parliament o nyin kono UDP dingolu atolu be mon fola UDP dingol be wolo nyinti ko mantara masakunda bari wo man sabu ko man doku wosodo doku me yalon ko nyana kake pour ka Gambia banko muta ka fasa ka Gambia banko muta ka ka tankandi Gambia bete nyamenteng ning ma UDP député o sendi na député bu ngokono alon ko na Gambia banko tatal mboytale na Gambia banko be boylale na Gambia banko be boylale so wala asabu abe kuma yala bakale napati yo fong UDP bi ngalon ko selection obo commencer la bi tundo do la selection obo kala bi sama tundo do la selection obo kala kuo tata nata momenti wolo nyenti alikana député impose mol ka mol malafi député li menna ning aketa mol betala independence andung be independent fasal tonya ngani o ko muka mabono independent be gagner la bari bina ni UDP be do ko kala bawo UDP di on lati mo tege me alon ko mon ko la UDP yaw be bole bulo kono bari ning aliye momo impose mol ka me yalon ko mfongol ngalon kama competent mfongol ngalon kama loyal to the party another party yokono le pour ka je ko ka palasota asen jamfano wati ninto la nga sude nak mbem fansu independent candidate o londila me yalon ko ngalon ko UDP di wala mati abe lola independence abe winner abe na be UDP fasala wokay alinga wokay ni yoba this time around wala sabu mbe siring mbe batundiro la kew mbe siring mbe batundiro député on nimba tombon alinga député tombo mi alon ko competent me alon ko they are viable député o ka moto mbonye me alon ka bitala ka be sanjita wuro wala nim fenne député yani president ya mankliya député o should be active proactive député o be borin dala tundolo kanne abe kuol ma be lale sangita wuro wala kebate o jama'anu lanu benyim fokan dalila kam ning aliya mol impose mol kam malafi mel this time around mbe independent candidate o londi la me alon ko UDP dingolo mutol ngalon ko UDP dingolo mutol na bebe ko wala kono mba fasala abida abe winna anganiyo momenti woba kala UDP leta be murla nan ani UDP be do ko kala adi parliament ngawo soto mbe mom fala napadio nyaton ko liye UDP dingol wod nak alinga kata na député lu ngi fasa alinga kata na député lu ngi fasa ni député kata fay alinga na fial nim fiata la Gambia be boyla kuriya membe ke kan na masakunda kono it's pathetic and mol be parere ne pour ka je ko kaw kuriya fasa to the last bullet kaw kuriya ni ka fasa ke la kuriya ni ka mabo nani ne soto lafta kam mem fo jambi Gambia se tonya long mo be se tonya long deportation o meya ke sai akoyta Gambia mamera motla malo be doala nyawnjara ni nyama ibe funtla na banda koteke ka fo Gambia de ngole ko alaji usenu lay ni deportation o nyi ka sai mamera mola malo be doala nyawnjara ni ke be funtla na pour ka woto be danda jannato bi sama fanani ala son tan bidala le ala baraka bake assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh